So we have a box, and we are going to draw something inspired by it. Let's go! So I'm opening the box, but I cannot do it in two hands because my other hand is holding the microphone because I don't have a microphone stand. I'm a resourceful individual, I guess. Yeah, so there we go. And the contents are all shook up. So let me just explain to you briefly what this game is all about so that we can proceed to the drawing. So this game takes place in two phases. It's the night and the day. It's where, well, let's just read what it says on the card so that I will not be too bothered to explain it by myself. So yeah, so if you want to read the mechanics of the game, you can pause the video. So I will also read it. So in One Night Ultimate Werewolf, each player takes on the role of a villager, a werewolf, or a special character. It's your job to figure out who the werewolves are and kill at least one of them in order to win, unless you've become a werewolf yourself. So that's pretty much it. And this game is really fun. I played it with my friends and we really love it. So what are we going to do? So we are going to draw every card in this game. I did not draw the chips because I didn't have time, but yeah, I drew every single card um, of the characters. And just a few disclaimers, I don't intend in reproducing this stuff. This is just for entertainment purposes. And yeah, I did buy the real thing, so I guess it's okay. So we have these characters, and yes, I don't have one hand free, so I'll just drop them in here. So the troublemaker, we have the insomniac, the mason, two werewolves, a seer, minion, villager, hunter, a doppelganger, drunk, another villager, tanner, another mason, villager, and robber. So each player will have their role, and you will all close your eyes. And what's cool with this game is that it has its own app which instructs everyone what they're supposed to be doing, such as flipping their cards or everything. I will link an official video down below if you want to see what really the game is about and really try it for yourself. Let's try and organize this again because I just took it out for this introduction so that we can proceed to the drawing. So watch me struggle and try to close the box with one hand because I don't have a mic stand and it's inconvenient, but I can deal with it. So there we have the game. Let's get to drawing. So hello everyone, this is voiceover Xavier, and yeah, I realized something. I guess I didn't want to have voiceovers in my videos because I am really shy with the quality of what I am putting up audio wise because my voice sounds like a choking cow. I don't know. So yeah, I guess there's first time for everybody. And as you can see in my other video, I didn't have a voiceover because I wasn't exactly ready yet. And yeah, now I'm trying to record myself feeling anxious, but yeah, I sound like something, not someone, but it's okay. So yeah, on to the drawing. So these drawings I made in one night, and I really didn't record the penciling process because my camera was dying all the time. So yeah, I just made sure that I had the inking and the coloring process. Although I missed something, um, I'll get to it as we progress with the video. So now I'm using chip fine liner. It's just the Unipin one. I use only 2 points, the point 0.8 and the point 0.4, because with watercolors you really have to be picky with using fine liners because they smudge a lot, especially with gel pens. So Unipin, if you have a plenty of time to spare, they dry really quick, but you have to make sure that they are completely dry before using watercolors. So I guess that's just my take. Yeah, microns are the best in this process of inking then watercoloring, but I had my Unipin and I only had 1 micron, so I might as well use my Unipin because yeah, that's what I have. So yeah, here I'm just trying to capture what the features are of the characters in the cards, because there's a really big difference in copying something and trying to make it look like something. So with this drawing something in your style, you must need to keep the features correct but not exactly what you see. I guess you understand me, but yeah. For example, your character has a deep smile. What's a deep smile? I don't know. But let's say, for example, she has a very unique smile. So in your style, you need to capture how you draw something like that. So you need to capture the likeness of her smile without copying exactly what you see, because really you are trying to stylize what you are drawing. Does that make sense? Yeah, I guess it does make sense, I guess. So for example, the minion with the pose, he has a long nose, so I made his nose long. He has a really big smile, so I made him a big smile. That's how I drew big smiles in my style. So as you can see, my style is very cartoony, although I have a semi-realistic style also, but I guess my semi-cartoony style wouldn't fit in this card, so I just made my cartoony, full cartoony style in this video. So yeah, with the coloring, just I really don't know how to use watercolor, but I find a way on how to use it in my methods, I guess. So I pretty much let everything dry before putting something above it, because you can always water down watercolor. So I'm really not into the fancy schmancy blending. I really want harsh blending, if that makes sense. But sometimes if I'm a little impatient, the blending will go smoothly because I don't let the paint dry. It's okay, but it's not just me. That's a part of my semi-realistic style and not my cartoony style. But yeah, so with this year, I really had a problem with the skin tone because it's green, but not really green. She looked like moss. I don't know. But yeah, and also with inking this year, I forgot the hair. And so that's why her hair looks transparent in here. I guess that's just a key feature because she can see the future, you know? And the job of the seer in the game is to see a card from other players or 2 cards from the center. So yeah. Oh, and this is my favorite, the troublemaker. Especially the way I stylized her. Because yeah, I get all the features right, I guess. Especially those boobies. Yeah. She has really fish. Yeah, I can't really say it, but on the drawing, her boobies are really accentuated, I guess. So I really picked that up in my style. That's a key element in my style, in the cartoony version of it. So yeah, and so here I am coloring the villager. He's a little her neck, his neck is a little fatter in the cards, but I don't really know how to stylize that because I really just draw narrow necks. So that's something to learn about in the future, I guess. So yeah. So again, with doing this stylizing something, you must remember that you are not copying exactly what you are doing unless you are doing realism. Although some realism artists also stylize their pieces a bit, but yeah, for cartoony style, you really need to capture the likeness, not copy the exact same image. Likeness and copying is really different from each other. Um, Trying to make it look like doesn't really um, mean that you have to make it exactly how the original piece is. So for example, the pose in the piece is a little bit off for you. You can move an arm or two, I guess. Just capture the likeness of the character. If he is thin, make him thin. If he is fat, make him fat. If he has deep eyes, make your eyes deeper looking. Although I only draw dots for eyes. So yeah. Oh, this, I love this one, the doppelganger one. She is really, really cute. Look at that spots, stripes, triangles on her skin, her animal skin side of her character. So yeah, she is my favorite card of all these cards I created. So yeah, here I got a little impatient with the watercolor. I didn't let them dry first before adding my next layer, so it's a little muddy looking, I guess, but it's so cute. So one struggle about these drawings is picking my background. I am really not um, educate. I am not really educated in color theory, so something like that. Because I really draw from my instincts and I really need to learn. So that's why I am trying to make the background cohesive with the illustration, if that makes sense. So I guess I did an okay job. So I really, really love watching videos on color theory, um, watching people roast the RGB community. No, RGB. What the fuck? I did. It's not RGB, it's red, yellow, and blue versus cyan, magenta, and yellow. Yeah, I am so dumb. So, people roasting the red, yellow, and blue primary color community. I love watching that. So, yeah, I guess I need to study more on color theory and I'll update you guys on what I learned and share to you what I know. So, I want to shout out all the people who commented on my first video, my sketchbook tour for May to July. I really appreciate that. So this is just my second video. I hope people watch this. Hello to my 30 subscribers. Woohoo! Shout out. So I love 30 of you from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of my watercolors and my pencils and my art supplies. Yeah. So here we are coloring all of the images and really just me struggling with watercolors because it's not my main medium, if that makes sense. I really love color pencils, but yeah, pretty much all of my life I drew with color pencils because I find them really easy to control, although watercolors are also easy to control. But yeah, at this moment in my life, I just got too lazy to have watercolors. No, to have color pencil. I am just too lazy to color with my color pencils because my hands hurt every time I color with them. I don't know. With watercolors, it's really easy to um, put the colors all together, shade, and really trying to learn how the magic works because I really don't know how. So yeah, that's just me. At this moment in my drawing of the cards, I really was impatient. So I color two at a time. So here they are. I zoom in, and yeah, as you can see, I have the insomniac there, and I didn't have a footage of the insomniac either inking or coloring because I'm an idiot. So yeah, here are the cards. I really like them a lot because the style, you really can see my style in there. So yeah, here they are. Hope you like it. And please remember to subscribe and ring that bell to be notified for my next videos. Thank you very much. Goodbye.